We are live. Hey, yo, everyone. My name is Xander, and I am back for the Survivor Sim podcast. And I am here with,
Oh, it's my turn. Josh.
yeah,
So
so this
I'm
is what, yeah, you go,
I was
my
gonna say,
bad.
so I'm one of his friends that he forced to. No, he didn't force me to watch it. Decided to watch it with him for his podcast.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about the premiere episode for Australian Survivor Season 2, Episode 1. So before we begin, Josh, tell us a bit about your background with Survivor, if you have any. Tell us.
Not much. I've watched like half an episode just so I could say to Xander I watched something before, and then pretty much just now beforehand when I went through it with Xander.
Awesome. All right. Well, I thought to myself, I was actually having a conversation with this guy yesterday, and we were like, you
Yeah.
know what? This sounds fun. So let's do it. All right. So we start this episode, and Josh, do you have any impressions on this episode as a whole? Like anything that stood out to you straight away?
As a whole, everyone was very mean. Like, and I feel like they selectively chose people that would be mean for it. Like every team has like got something that's kind of all kind of similar to someone else from the other team to kind of as meanest as it can go, I guess. So like it's kind of all I don't know. It's interesting anyway. The conflicts that happen.
Fair enough. Yeah, my instant reaction was I don't remember it being this cracked, but because I've watched this season before, but doing a rerun, watching
Yeah,
some stuff that you watched 7 years ago, it's a different
it
experience.
is. Yeah,
Okay, so we start this episode, and the first scene is like older contestants getting rained on, and my instant reaction was they really made them like sit in the rain just for that promo. Like,
yeah,
I feel
true.
bad for those people.
Especially being and then jumping out on the boat, like jumping off
Like,
into the
could
water
you
too.
imagine being them, Josh?
Not really. No. It would be a pain. Like getting wet in the first place is bad, but then videoing in the wet and then trying to like stay calm, like no, that's yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
that
so bad.
couldn't be me as I apply anyways. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was some of the phrasings we got this episode because what is wrong with Australians? Some of these people say some of the
People do.
weirdest crap of all time.
They
Let me
do.
read out the one that stood out to me the
Yeah.
most. We have the duck's nuts of Pop from Tarzan. I don't know what the hell that
Wow.
means.
Okay.
Um, I'm
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like some older generation type crap or if we just aren't in with the cool kids. Either
Might be.
way, I mean,
No idea.
awesome.
It's cool, but it is. I guess this is quite old as well. So being season two.
Which like it doesn't it's weird because like watching it, like knowing it's that old,
Yeah,
it's weird
it is
because
very weird.
like it doesn't feel that old, but, like,
Doesn't
now
know.
that you know it's that old but anyways. So, pretty quickly, one of the first, like, introductions we get is so basically they start naming, like, people's, like, professions, and they're like, "Okay, this person's an Olympian, this person's a doctor, this person's a burger flipper, and this person's a plumber," and my instant reaction was, what kind of introduction is that? Because I'm sorry, a burger flipper is not the same professional high like life. You know what I mean? Like it's not the
Yeah,
same as being a
it's not. No.
doctor, being a plumber. Like I don't like I
I
they
wonder,
really dogged on him.
they did. I wonder what the specific reasons why they decided to hire him for the show or put him on the show. Like why they selectively chose
I
him.
don't know. If a trend survivor ever gets me, maybe I can ask them, and I'll be
Yep.
like, "Hey, so like, what happened with that? Like,
Mm.
what's the deal?" Because, um, can you
Yeah, it's
imagine
strange.
everyone? You're like, "Yeah, guys, I made it on the show," and then it's just like, "Oh, here's a burger flipper." Like,
That would be
God.
interesting. But I guess it's trying to create someone who pretends to be someone else. So like the whole show is about lying and like trying to play the game. So I guess by having like someone like the Burger Flipper in there, it makes him have to lie and play the game and try to pretend to be someone else that he's not.
I
I
think the
don't know.
best part of this
Yeah.
entire experience is just, yeah, can you imagine? I mean, first of all, that experience is never going to help you because, bro, literally, where's your cooking utensils? Where are your cooking utensils? You don't get those on Survivor. You saw what they had,
You
Josh. They
don't?
had a rice bag, the rice bag, and then we also had bananas on the Summertail Beach. Where was the other stuff? They literally jumped off the boat, went on
They did.
the what's the raft. They went on the raft, and then they got rid of all the valuables. They literally were like, "It's too heavy. Get rid of it. Chuck it away."
I would have happily went for the valuables over the rice. Like I would have walked the way up there. Like if it took my time, I would have done everything I could. So then,
If they could have zoomed in on what was actually there, I think it would have
yeah,
been better for us.
I think
Cause
it would have been.
like, imagine there was like a machete there or something that they
That
were
would have
like
been pretty sick.
fishing gear, something they were trying to get really hard, and then they just like didn't.
Yeah, like I just didn't decide to pick it up because they thought a bag of
All right,
rice that they couldn't
so
walk.
were there any characters that stood out to you this episode? Like anyone who, when you were like, what is the deal with that person?
There was, I think that's everybody. To be honest, everybody had something that was stood out that was kind of confusing. Oh yeah, I got the episode. Yeah, well that okay.
Of course,
I'll
we
find it.
provide.
We do. Okay. Trying to look at something. They all kind of had something that kind of stood out, especially Kent. I don't know what the deal is. He's just like different than everybody else. He had this old kind of idea of how he's going to play the game, and that's how he's going to play it. Similar to, if I can find them. Where is this guy's name? I think it's behind the. I don't even know.
Trying to
Anyway, similar
find
to
the
a few other
names is
people.
a young experience.
No, right? I'll get these to it after I've watched a few episodes. I'll start remembering
It's
them.
okay, guys. It's still new. Obviously, I know who all these people are, but anyways.
Especially Mark, because he was kind of like, even though he was trying to pretend to be someone who didn't know anything, he kind of like went through it, like played, even though he did know everything. So like when he was just doing like the fire, starting the fire at the beginning, he kind of like went straight into it without pretending to not know anything.
Yeah, I don't get people like that who go on the show,
Yeah,
these types of shows, and they're like, I don't really understand how to do it. And then, like, they do it instantly. Like, what was your strategy coming in? I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not them. I don't get. I mean, look, honestly, they haven't been eliminated yet, so clearly, good
At
for
least
them.
something's
I
working.
guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
yeah.
think the next episode is when stuff is gonna get really nitty gritty, because that's when like people are gonna start teaming up and stuff, and that's when
Yeah.
we start to be like, okay, these are who we're rooting for, whatever, whatever. I think another thing to talk about is Aaron, aka AK. This dude, this dude,
Yeah,
bottom left, summer couch,
yeah.
right? As soon as we see him, this guy is just like insane. This dude
He is.
literally, like, his second confessional was him being like, if I've got to like pretend to be everyone's best friend, I'll do that. And then he literally goes up to some random person. I think, yeah, Peter it was, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I have a gay friend."
Yeah.
Like,
It was like, I was a bit out of context. Like, I don't know how that kind of connected with the main theme, but okay. I guess he's trying to make friends early.
I mean, look, I mean it's important that he has like a social game, but at the
Yeah,
same time, it's like I don't understand what you're trying to do. Like you literally just met these people. Like you literally just met them. Relax, bro. It's not that deep. No, I mean honestly, it was good TV. So keep going.
it was pretty good.
Anyways, I think another thing to talk about was okay. So Luke, he's from Asanga. He
Yes.
bottom left.
Yeah.
Luke Toki. The funny part about him was during the episode, he was like, "Oh, after I win the show, I'm gonna put all my like the rest of my winnings on red
I just saw
at the
that. Yeah.
casino,
Yeah.
and I was like, don't people normally go black at the casino? Because the saying where people are like, oh yeah, if you go black, you win.
Don't know that saying personally, but yeah,
I mean,
sounds
I
like
don't
something
know.
what
Maybe
people
that's
say.
not a
Yeah.
popular saying. Maybe that's just where I'm, like the area I'm from personally. But I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting going red. And what's probably more interesting is why he would spend all his money at the casino instantly. Like, wouldn't he like save it or do something else with it? Like to spend all of his money and set the shields for the kids. All into the casino. It's interesting.
Oh my god,
But
tell me about it.
but it
Jesus.
brings up it might be connected to the name because like I feel like the names of the tribes are important but I've
Oh,
got no
they
idea what
are.
they mean.
They because here's the thing. If you're gonna use like if your team is gonna keep using, you don't wanna
Yeah.
have like some shitty tribe name where it's
No.
just like I don't Josh, what's a bad team name?
Um I don't know. I know a good team name. I think good team name is Josh.
Alright,
Cool.
name some good team
But like
names, alright? Yes.
you could have Josh, you could have I don't know, the ones from the later seasons, the Titans ones, that's kind of a cool names. They've had some other names in the past.
Yeah,
It's just
this
like
isn't a season thing, so that's the difference.
oh okay. I thought
Because
this might be
the
like a season
earlier
one.
seasons in Australian Survivor weren't really themed, which now the audience also knows, in case you didn't know, because Josh is a new fan, like you guys. So fun. But yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
I just thought
another
it might
thing that Josh, let's talk about debatably the best moment in the episode, right? Ken calling saying who's the dickhead.
oh yeah, that was like near the beginning. When they was like saying like someone here is like the person you have to look out for, and then it came to be him. oh, and then he like said maybe it's him. I thought that was really interesting that he kind of had that part and decided to keep it in, even though that was calling himself out for it. But I guess that kind of made the start and like helped create the ideal and concept around him. That kind of made the rest of the storyline or skip for him.
I personally love Ken, even if he proceeds to have nothing to show so far. Except for that, I mean, that was funny. Like,
Funny.
I don't. This is the problem. This is how you know it's Australian Survivor, not US. Because they say, who's the dickhead? Where did that come from? No one even mentioned. You literally just met these people. What the fuck are
Yeah.
you talking about? Like, keep saying it. It's funny, but also, like, what are you doing?
Will.
Could you imagine going up to people on your team and being like, "So who's the dickhead? Who?"
I don't even know why you want to do that because I feel like that's already deciding and taking sides there. I feel like at the
I mean,
beginning,
he didn't do that, or at least
yeah,
not that we saw. I mean, he might have.
he
Hopefully
might
not.
have kept off the video because like you want to try
Yeah,
to
I
get
don't
to
know.
know
I think
as
that's
many
the
as possible.
question.
He does
You
a
say
big
what you're
question.
saying?
I feel like you want to try to get to know as many people as possible without kind of making sides at the first part of the game. Just see how it kind of rolls out, and then you can kind of start from there.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, I could sit here and name 700 things I would do if I was out there, but honestly, like, I'm not, so who cares?
Yeah,
I think, honestly, the main thing is just trying to be together, don't want to keep using, ideally. And we saw that impact the vote tonight. Well, I say tonight, but, this
yeah,
episode where they care about challenges, which, if anyone watches my content knows, I hate that. That's the thing I hate most about Australian Survivor. But anyways, oh my god.
so you'd rather like one thing. So instead of judging them off their ability um in their competitions, you rather do it like over the drama part, like in between, with like trying to set up tents and stuff. What?
I
How
think
would
my
you
thing is the game, like the actual
grade?
game.
Yeah, the game
Like the
itself. Yeah,
strategic game. That's what I care about. Obviously, other people have different priorities, which is totally fine.
yeah,
But that's what I like to watch in this season.
cool.
I think, oh my god, I really wish. we got to know a bit more of the characters before they put them on our screens, because I feel like it was like a challenge, and then oh, scramble time, someone's going home, and I was like, if I was a casual watching this, I wouldn't know who these people are.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I
is.
didn't watch the promos, like, if I was a casual. Like, you didn't. Like, Josh,
I didn't watch them though.
what do you know about these people? What could you say about any of these people as a
Um,
casual? What
only
what
what
can
I've
you
heard.
say?
Only what I've heard about it, like in that video. Other than that, there's not much, and like even then, there's not much I can really say about them
Yeah,
because I
Josh,
watched like a
try
few
to name
more.
5 different people's anything about 5
Okay,
people.
I
Go.
can give that a go.
Try
So
it.
Mark, he's military or ex-military. Kent used to do not finance, it was accounting. There we go. What else is there? There was a few more. Someone's pretending to be a what was the guy's? I think that's Henry, but it's too hard to tell. 'Cause the different
Yes,
images. Henry's
Henry's
trying to be
pretending
a
to be a
yoga.
yoga
Yeah,
instructor.
I do remember that bit. What else do I know about any of these? That's 3. Um, there was someone else who's trying to pretend to be someone else, and then there was where is it? Is it Alan? I think it might be Alan, or maybe Adam. One of the
AK's
guys is.
a wedding DJ.
Oh, I see a wedding date. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a wedding DJ, which that is
Yeah,
an awesome
that isn't.
profession. Like,
Gotta love that. You get to like go to parties all the time and like.
I wish I like. How do you even study? Okay, so obviously he's a DJ, but like, how does he study to become a wedding DJ? What part of his career did he like?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
Is it all like just romantic like quiet music they're playing, or is it do they still play some like hip hop style stuff as well?
Yeah. He's playing the wedding belt music
Yeah.
in the that'd be funny as. Oh
Do
my
some spin on
god.
it. That would be funny.
I'm just also, Josh, do you have
Yes.
a tribe favorite currently? Like, is there a tribe you're rooting
Ooh,
for?
that's a good question. Not as much. The Blue Tribe is probably my favorite so far. The yeah,
Asana.
Asana. Yes, that tribe.
And another one's Summertail. So,
Summertown.
love that.
Summertown would be cool, but it's a cool name, but I don't know about the team as much.
Look, I'm personally Team Pink, but like
Thinking.
at the same time, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Go
I
both
think
ways.
my opinions on a lot of these people are gonna change rewatching it. Cause like when I first watched this season, I was like 11.
11, wow. Yeah. Will.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but yeah, I don't know. So overall, do you think? I guess is there anyone you think's playing a strong or good game right now, Josh, from the episode? Any
Mark.
winner people? Anyone you
I
could
reckon
see winning
Mark
this?
has a good chance. If he doesn't get kicked out because he's too strong. That'll be the thing. Mark would be good if he doesn't get kicked out for being too strong. Because if he plays it correctly, maybe they'll want to try to keep him in so the team wins. Who else is there? I don't think Luke has a lot of chance. I feel like he's playing it too hard. Um, and then there's what about the other team? Adam would be okay. Sarah's doing good. Sarah's like trying to make a lot of friends, but also not like trying to keep himself as well. I feel like that's a good little strategy to kind of keep yourself in there. I don't think Kent has a lot of chance personally.
Wait, who doesn't
He-
have a chance?
Kent, I don't think he's got a lot of chance of going a lot farther. Sadly, I do like him though.
What does Kent not have? What does he not have to
Hmm.
win, Josh? What is
Um,
it?
there's a lot. Like his fitness isn't
Go
as good.
say
So
it.
like,
That's what this
yeah, I'm going for
podcast
this.
is about.
His fitness is probably isn't as good as some of the other people, so he's probably harder to keep in that way. He is a bit older, so a lot of people probably want to try to keep it young, as well as him messing up the last game makes him a big target for this game because then he's not going to. People aren't going to want to put him in as much for the next games, or when this is a separate thing like the puzzle, and it means that there's less chance of him showing himself at his skill. So then they won't kick him out. Like a
Interesting.
Luke, you
Well,
definitely
I
think
know
it.
what happened, so you best believe I can't say a word. But it's fun for me at least to get to
Yeah,
hear your perspective because you don't know what's gonna happen. Ugh.
but no, maybe he stays into the very end.
Yeah, maybe. Oh
The
my
guy that no
god.
one cares about, so everyone just focuses on everyone else and getting them out.
Yes. What did you think about the promo for next episode? Did you get much from that?
Not a huge amount, no. I was like,
No,
yeah, there's
not
not
much.
much from it. It was all kind of similar to the last one, I think. All kind of just saying about someone's gonna go out next game or something. So like kind of similar to
Fair enough. Okay. I This is just one of those things where it's uh, like literally though that was all my notes. However, you best believe
Hmm,
we're gonna keep going because
of course, yeah.
why not? I Okay. First of all, that challenge, like the actual the 100 kilo cubes that they had to push.
It's so heavy. Like,
Yeah, I can't do that. um. Like, these are everyday Australians, or at least that's what the
well, I
TV
don't
show
feel like they're
claims.
everyday Australians,
But
but yeah.
then literally all of them are jacked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
um, like, okay, but that's fine, whatever, I get you're making a TV show. And then the whole, yeah, I don't know. The puzzle, I feel like I can't fault them for fucking up the puzzle. Like, for
Yeah,
me
that was a
personally,
hard
I
puzzle.
feel like, oh, you go. Say what you say.
So I was gonna say that that's a hard puzzle, like, because you can't
Yeah, like
tell where the pieces go.
everyone was giving them so much crap for the puzzle. They're like, it's between Kent or Joan tonight. And I was like, why? I was like, is that it? Like, there's
Yeah,
no other reason? And you know what, Josh? I'm convinced that they voted Joan off because she got sheep. That's the only reason. It's the only reason that makes
because they
sense
got
in my
sleep.
head.
Wow.
Don't you agree?
I feel like getting sleep's a good thing, though. I feel like that's why everyone's
I
trying to keep
know,
them
but
in
out
there
there,
because
if everyone else is talking and she's asleep, then you're like, I guess that's kind of her own fault in a way. But at the same time, it's like an hour episode they edit it down to. So it
yeah,
really could have been anything. Like Sam, for example, she was like, oh yeah, I want to keep Kent around because I have better connections with him. Or like a better connection with him. And it's like, okay, but what about everyone else? What was their we just will never know unless we ask them
yeah,
outside of the show, which kind of sucks.
it does. They're trying to fit it in now because it is like 80 minutes, so it's hard to kind of fit everything into that small episode. But
Yeah, I get
yeah,
that.
it would be kind of cool though, just figure out what else everyone else thinks about him and like what parts they left out of it.
Yes. Also, Josh, as someone who hasn't really seen Survivor, how different is it from what you thought it was? Like
Uh,
how
yeah, I have watched like half an episode, so I roughly knew what was going, like how it kind of works. But other than that, it's not that much different to a lot of other series that I know. Like, there's a lot that have like similarities with like games, and then like everyone trying to hide, like as groups trying to compete, and then people get kicked out of the games. But it was a definitely interesting twist on it with like being able to set up camp and stuff. And the games are more, I think they're more harder personally, just because of the weather and like being outdoors. I think the difficulty of the challenges themselves weren't as hard or as similar, but it's just because of the rain, the weather, having no sleep. It kind of makes everything a lot harder.
you know what I would hate most, Josh? Guess
Um, the weather, the swimming,
the
that I would
cold.
hate. The cold,
Alright. The cold, I feel like that would suck.
it would do, yeah.
Like, because every time I've talked to literally anyone who's been on Survivor, they're like, it's the cold, it's the sleep, because sleep deprivation. Yeah, those are the things that really get. Like, it's not the hunger. The hunger's
Yeah,
fine. As you saw, like, especially if their team keeps using immunity, I guess you could say,
yeah,
you get more rush for yourself. So, in
you
a
do.
way, like, it's good, but it's also bad at the same time.
That sleep is gonna really hit me. Like, I hate having no sleep. Like, I can
Yeah.
understand. I'm okay in the cold. Like, the cold would be okay, but it's the no sleep and it's the wet water. Like a cold water. Water is wet. or maybe it's not. But like the wet cold water is like kind of where I'd probably challenge with because I hate cold water.
Do you have any fire making tips, Josh?
Fire making tips. The scale one did it well because like the challenge of fire was like it's a very 50% chance. You can do it like fast, but you can maybe get it like instantly, but also like it might take some time for it to start up. Where if you do it right and begin the beginning using like the flint and scraping it, so you got like bits of flint on the table with the like some kindling and stuff and suck it up correctly. It might take longer to set up, but it'll be faster to kind of get it going from there. And it's a lot of skill.
Yes. Oh my god. So, Josh,
Yes.
overall, do you think this season's gonna be good or bad? What's your take so far? Good
It's gonna be
season,
interesting.
bad season?
I feel like it's gonna be an interesting season. Like it's gonna be good, but there'll be a lot of people teaming against each other in this one. I feel like there's a lot of like going behind people's backs to kick them out. Like there is in most seasons, but I feel like it'd be extra in this one, especially because the people they chose.
Well, yeah, they're gonna figure out who's the dickhead,
They
obviously.
do. According to Kent
That-
himself.
I wish I had named my podcast that "Who's the Dickhead." That would have been way more funny. But
It would
anyway,
have been funny. That's okay.
oh my god, because like I rewatching it, I literally don't remember that scene. But now that
Yeah.
I've seen it, I'm like, oh my god, what
It's-
an amazing scene!
It is a pretty good scene. I can see why they kept it in.
Yes, yeah.
But it really set up what people thought about Kent before the main part started. It kind of already brought people thinking that Kent was the person that was going to go.
Yes.
That kind of was already hinting at it at the very beginning. So it was an interesting way to do that.
Also, what do you think about Mark's facial hair? The bottom Mark, Tarzan. Because
Tarzan,
remember
that dude.
during the fire thing, he's like, I think I
Yeah.
burnt some of my beard.
It's funny. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's different. I think that's why it makes him special compared to all the other people's his beard. Because it means that it stands him out, so people remember him more than anyone else. And it means that's like a way to like stand out. So then
Okay, Josh,
that's also a bad
let's
thing.
do-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
I was
can
gonna
it's bad.
say. Oh, you're good. I was just gonna say, do you want to do predictions? Who do you think is next to go, Josh?
Next to go.
Who do you think is gone next episode? And I don't know when we're gonna watch next episode. Probably tomorrow. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be Kent because I feel like that team is going to be out because they're going to get the other team out, the purple team first. They're going to have to like evenly split it out for the film. It's going to be one of them. I don't think it's Adam. I think it might be.
You can pick one on both tribes.
Okay, I can pick one of both. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, why not? Spice it up.
It's not Mark. Okay, I've got the purple team first because we're already looking at that team. I reckon it's Tower Pit. Is it Tower? I think it's Tower Pit. The one on the bottom. Second from
Wait, who?
the one on the second right.
From which
On the
tribe?
bottom, from the purple tribe. Tower?
Tara.
Taiwa, that's thank you.
Tara.
All similar names. Yeah, Tower, yeah.
Tara, you're good.
I think it might be her from their team because I feel like she didn't do as much as a lot of the other people. Especially, she kind of already set what people thought about her as someone who wasn't going to be as good. Like I think it's good, but I want to mean it's like she didn't like help out as much in the group, and like made a few enemies at the beginning. So I think that might be one of the reasons why. But at the same time, she did try to make friends with one of the others in the night. Well, actually didn't try to make friends. Someone else tried to make friends with her. So you go both ways. And then the blue team, my favorite team personally. So I know who's already out. So I know it's not going to be them.
What
I
do you
reckon-
mean? John comes back and wins.
I reckon
the
it's gonna be
season?
Ken,
What are you
sadly.
talking about?
John comes back. Oh, they come back?
Next episode's gonna start with 23 Jones left in the game.
23 Jones. Wow. We're gonna have
Well,
100
yeah,
Jones.
not 24, obviously, because one of them got eliminated.
Yeah, so only 23 Jones. I reckon it might be Ken.
Ken. Damn. Alright, I guess we're looking that in
Or
then,
Luke,
and I
actually.
guess we'll
Or
see
maybe
if you're
Luke.
right
It might be Ken
tomorrow.
to Luke, yeah. Because Luke's made a lot of people as well angry.
Yes. Also, Josh, I know this is so early, but is there anyone you would want to work with if you were on this season?
Mark.
Or like get a beer with, or you like hang out with?
Okay. If I was on the show, probably Mark, because Mark knows the most. Personally, I think he knows the most. Get a beer. It's got to be the other Mark, because he's like sounds like a fun guy to talk to.
Okay, so the bottom one, the
The
show
bo-
calls Tarzan.
Tarzan,
Sorry,
him, yes.
just call him Tarzan.
Okay, that's what I'll do. So Tarzan. Wait, I wonder why
Yeah,
it's
we
called
got
Tarzan.
Mark and we got Tarzan.
Okay,
Because
we'll
I
get it.
remember. Oh, I was just gonna say, I remember watching it, and I was like, "Wait, there's two Marks." I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Yeah. Oh, it's confusing. So yeah, I reckon I'll go get a
Yes,
beer with Tarzan and the other Mark. I'd probably do the show with.
easy, 100%.
He feels like a chill dude.
Oh my god. I personally, you know what I need, Josh?
Yes.
Josh, do you know what I need?
You need you need me.
I need an invite to the
Invite.
Dickhead Alliance. Alright.
You're
I
gonna,
need
you're
I need Kent to give me an invitation to the Dickhead Alliance and say, "Welcome aboard."
This is our alliance now. Wow, Kent's
Me,
grown.
you, Ken, Jackie, Henry.
Chill.
Because remember, he said he was working with Henry and Jackie.
Oh, he was, yeah.
Yes. So that's our 5. We're gonna run this game. Ayo.
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna win the game. It's that easy.
Okay, I think that shows that we both have run out of things to say for this
I think
episode.
it has.
But
Yes.
to be fair, it is the premiere episode, so you're not gonna get that much
Not
from it.
much on here.
I think next episode we're gonna be able to go more deep into it. We're gonna be able to go
You'll
like,
be able to.
okay, these are the people working together. They want each other out. This is who we like. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But anyways, Josh, do you have
Yeah.
any last words before we end this amazing podcast?
I think the podcasts were pretty cool. I'm so glad I was invited to come along personally. Because cool to be able to chat
Of
and
course.
talk about these things.
All right. Well, thank you
Pretty much,
all for watching. And till tomorrow or whenever I go live next time. Peace out. And then we just like wave at the camera.